acknowledge that if there is no God, you create your own purpose, and if my purpose is to love and respect her, that's great. But if tomorrow my purpose is to steal her backpack, that's great also, because everything's relative. But if there is a God who created her with value, then for me to steal her backpack is objectively, absolutely wrong.
We grow, we live, and we decay if something else doesn't take us out. I don't know what happened. I'm not going to pretend that I know what happens when we die. I ain't never been dead. I don't even remember what it was like before I was living. But what I will say is I don't have any fear of it. I have no knowledge of it. And I really could care less.
All right, then let me ask you. If Mother Teresa and Adolf Hitler are in the same place, the fertilizer pit, then does it matter whether you're Adolf Hitler II or Mother Teresa II? See, the point is, if there is no life after death, then life is ultimately meaningless.
No,
because it doesn't ultimately matter whether you're Mother Teresa II or whether you're Adolf Hitler II.
it's an experience. Just because it doesn't necessarily
Exactly.
have to be an afterlife.
Exactly. So let Hitler have his experience. Let the KKK have their experience. Let Dr. Martin Luther King have his experience. But we're all going to the same place, the fertilizer pit, if there is no God, which means it's ultimately meaningless.
No.
But that's the beauty of life, is that there is no meaning.
Thank you. There is no meaning to life if there is no God. But if there is a God who created us for a purpose, then there is meaning to life. And according to Christ, the purpose of life, the reason God created you and me, is to love God with our heart, soul, mind, and strength, and to love our neighbor as yourself. That means your life is not an accident. You were made for a purpose. That's good news. Did you see? Now just be honest with yourself. What's motivating you, my atheist friend? Is it because you like to write the rules? If that's the reason that you're rejecting God,
No, that's not
you're
true.
not being very honest intellectually.
That's not the reason. I really cannot rationalize it, okay? And when I try to rationalize it, all these conflicts that I'm like, okay, I'm not, that doesn't make sense to me. So one of those is being a controlling God that tells you that you're going to go to hell. That's not appealing to me.
I understand.
I have a question.
But ma'am, wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. It's not appealing to me. Have you heard me say that?
I didn't say that you said that.
I do not find it appealing that God says I have to love all four of these people. I want to choose who I love. I want to choose who I respect. And if you give me a reason not to respect you, I don't want to respect you. Now I'm confronted by Jesus Christ, who says, there is a God, Cliff, who created you to respect this woman regardless of her behavior. I don't like that. There's a God who says, I got to love Austin regardless of what Austin does to me. I don't like that. If Austin is nice to me, I want to love him. If he's mean to me, I want to write him off. That's what I want to do. And all of a sudden, I'm confronted by a God who says, no, Cliff, I'm sorry. I created you to love Austin regardless. That's unconditional love. Now, where does that come from? It comes from the heart of God who unconditionally loves you and me. So much so that when we flip God off, instead of just washing his hands and saying, good riddance, go to hell, instead he sent his only son Jesus to bleed and die on a cross to forgive us and to reconcile us to himself. Now that's amazing grace. And when you begin to understand the depth of God's unconditional, gracious love for you, that does a number on your head, as this lady was saying. So all I'm saying to you, man, is please be open to God's grace. Please be open to God's love for you.